This episode of Savage Sessions is brought to you and produced by Radio Salad Studios. And now your host, Chuckie Tee.
Hello, players, and welcome to Savage Sessions. My name is Chuckie Tee, and I'll be your host, along with E.E. Morris, Fanatical Fisch, Canadian Currie, and Miss Rainey, along with Totes, my goat, for Horror at Huntley House. Ooh. A tabletop RPG powered by the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. Savage Worlds is a product created by the good people at Pinnacle Entertainment. You should visit them for all of your role-playing needs. Tonight's GM will be Canadian Currie. James, are you ready?
Absolutely, eh?
Then the floor is yours.
Awesome. So, welcome to Halloween special edition. What do you think is happening? What are your thoughts on what's going on here at the house that Huntley built? Anybody want to go first?
I will.
Yay! There he is.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. So here's the man. This is where I'm kind of leaning. Is we know that the air quote kind doctor really has a penchant for this house for some crazy reason. My extrapolation is that there's a secret that he's trying to hide, and it happens to be related to the ghosts. There's a kind of a connection in the past, as it were.
Interesting. We'll have to watch to find out more. Speaking of the good doctor, what do you think's happening here, Doctor?
Nothing. This is an absolutely normal house.
Normal. My dark past.
Full of potential.
Yeah,
you're all imagining it. It's not really happening.
You just got to picture it. It's full of potential.
Dark past, I say growth journey. You know, that's.
There you go. You see, it's all there. It's all there.
There you go. And
normal house.
Your fiance, the lovely Rosemary Farrow. What do you think is happening, Rainey?
Some fucked up shit, man. I know. I really. So far, I think that when last we left Rainey, Rosemary had stepped up from the piano and stopped playing, and then it had begun playing again. So I think that whatever it is, it's clearly playing with us. That's kind of where I'm coming from. You forget my character in her background is quite a supernatural buff. And in the 60s, that would mean reading a lot of those UFO magazines. Actually looked some of them up before we played, and tons of ghost stuff in there. They absolutely cross genres. Like there's nothing off about that. So I think that she is probably 100% convinced this house is MFing haunted.
Right. Greg, what do you think is happening in this house?
Being the detective, and I don't really believe in all the nub.
Yep.
I think it's just, yeah. He doesn't have a full opinion on where all the noises are coming from, but he's sure it's got to be somebody behind all of it.
Yeah. It's old Mr. Jenkins wearing a rubber mask, trying to scare the teenagers away from the haunted mine.
Yeah, see, that's
right.
That's why I hired him. That's why I hired him. He's gonna get down to the facts.
So you've earned your fourth penny, everybody. Congratulations. Let's get right down to it, as they say. Let's get right down to it.
That's what they say.
As the evening sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of crimson and violet, the four of you gathered within the decaying embrace of Huntley House. a place cloaked in shadows and laden with secrets. With each step you took through the creaking halls and dimly lit rooms, the house whispered its dark history, and you could not help but feel the weight of time bearing down upon your shoulders. When last we left our intrepid investigators, the mysteries of Huntley House had begun to reveal themselves, piece by unsettling piece. The very air seemed to mourn, and the walls whispered of forgotten sorrow. As you ventured deeper into Huntley House's mysteries, the unsettling discoveries continued to mount. In the study, the flickering candlelight revealed something macabre. A pile of disturbing animal remains nestled within the cold fireplace, their presence shrouded in an eerie, almost ritualistic significance. Alongside these gruesome relics, a hidden drawer within a roll-top desk unveiled an old, rusted revolver, its presence casting a sinister pall over the room. And just as you stood in contemplation, a sudden and unnerving chime, as if from a clock striking midnight, resonating through the house, a sound that seemed to emanate from everywhere and nowhere at once, further entwining the threads of time and dread that enveloped Huntley House. In the drawing room, where the piano's eerie serenade, followed by a voice that called out in desperation, left you with a chilling reminder that the house held more than just memories, but lingering spirits who longed for something beyond the grave. Then, as you examined old photographs, the faces of the past stared back at you, each frozen in a moment now long gone. Among them, the grief-stricken mother holding her deceased infant girl, the enigmatic figure of the adopted boy, an aura of melancholy surrounding him. His presence hinted at the story yet untold, a key to the house's dark history. And then came a malicious laughter of a child, and a stark contrast to the mournful cries that echoed the house's very foundations. In a fleeting moment, you came face to face with the specter of a man, drenched as if pulled from a stormy sea. His expression, a mirror of your own fear and confusion, spoke of a terrible tragedy etched into the house's history. Yet his presence was fleeting, leaving you with more questions than answers. But most unsettling turn of events was Dr. Schreck's sudden flight from the house, his screams of guilt at the haunting visions of his past, the spectral echo of his dead ex-wife's demise, and the screeching tires and sickening thud. There were images seared into his mind, brought back to life by the malevolent force within Huntley House. As the darkness and fog grew thicker, the past and the present intermingled, and the line between reality and nightmare blurred even further. The haunting memories of this place seemed to be a relentless force tearing at the fabric of your sanity. Now, as you stand within the iron fence of Huntley House, you're left with a choice: to press on, to unravel the enigma that binds you to this wretched place, or to heed the warning signs and escape the clutches of the past. Whatever path you choose, one thing is certain: Huntley House holds more secrets than you could ever have imagined, and the horrors that lurk within are far from done with you.
I look at Rosemary. I am dreadfully concerned for him, but I think the biggest question that I have is, if you know of anything that would have caused him alarm like that, we need to know. And honestly, with your experience, in the paranormal and mine, as much as I have from, my teachers, education, that whatever we can do to help him and figure out what's going on with this house. But really, most of all, I have a question for you, and I hope you don't mind me asking. Why are you marrying that douche?
Rosemary?
I'm going to turn to my priest and just be like, there are some qualities a man can have that are not immediately apparent. Peter's a good man. He takes care of me, and I know I can trust him. If nothing else, even if he's going to be a bit rude sometimes, at least I can rely on the fact that I know he'll be rude. He's reliable. He's stable. That's important to me.
Okay, well, understanding that, and I pat her hand, understanding that, and that's good, and that gives you hopefully a foundation. But I think our biggest priority now is calming him down, figuring out what happened and why he's freaking out the way that he is. Calm him down. But I honestly believe you and I both have the strengths to really cleanse this house, and I think that's where we need to start our focus.
I agree. What about you, Detective?
That guy there, he's hiding something.
Meanwhile, outside.
Yeah, I'm going to run out the front to see what's up with my soon-to-be husband who's having a seizure of some kind on the front lawn. Peter? Dr. Shrek? Peter? It is the 60s. I would need his permission to have a bank account, so I might think that way. Peter?
So, but by this point, are you? I assume you've kind of snapped out of your fugue state.
When by the time you're coming down the steps, Peter he's gripping the car and he's pulling himself up. His eyes are huge, like they should be bulging out of his head right now, and there's sweat just pouring all down his body, and he's shaking almost uncontrollably. His legs could barely hold him up, and when he turns, he looks at you for a few hot seconds. It's his ex-wife, the mangled image of his ex-wife. And he staggers back, he grabs the car, and he's trying to get the car open, and he turns, and he's glancing around, and he sees you, he blinks, rubs his eyes, he sees her again, and he just lets out this little childlike scream, and he turns, and he runs towards, you said there was a gate, right? A big iron gate?
A big iron gate that the last time you came outside to grab the notes about the Huntley house, the gate the wind had slammed the gate shut. Fog has been rolling in all evening long. So beyond the gate is a dense fog.
Oh yeah, no, he's some shrill voice is just screaming that, you're not gonna take me. It wasn't my fault. You should have listened. And he turns and he runs to the gate and he's trying to yank the gate open. Yeah. And he doesn't understand, like, is it an old, hard to open gate, or
it's a gate, but the latch itself doesn't seem to be moving. Like it's like rusted shut, or it's just jammed, and you can try with all your might, but it doesn't seem to budge. Now the gate itself, it looks climbable if you wanted to try to climb over it, but there are like those metal little pokey things on top. So
all the prongs? Really? Holy God. Okay, so
the
gate won't open. Do I need to do a strength test or something to try and open this? Like, no, maybe
do you want to climb over it? Because like I said, I'm not going to let you open it because it's solid iron and it will not budge. But you can climb over it if you wanted to try to do an athletics roll or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
May I just ask a question on behalf of the audience?
Yes, please.
Peter, could you describe, before you do this athletic leap over the gate, could you briefly describe the physical shape of your character?
Oh my God! Yeah, Ichabod Crane's pretty close. He's got to be. I don't know how tall is Rosemary?
5'2", I believe.
5'2", great. He's like 5'6". Okay.
So
scrawny. Scrawny, and yeah, like him climbing this fence. Oh yeah, you can see it. Okay, you can see it. He could definitely pull this off.
He's like Don Knotts if he didn't work out.
Bingo!
Like on candy striped legs, the Spider-Man comes and he could just right over the
So there's nothing graceful about this attempt whatsoever. God, I hope I botch. So close. Oh, we got a
Ooh.
4. Are you? I mean,
got a 4.
yay me!
So you're able to climb over the fence and with no injury. Like you come out, Rosemary, and you see him and he panics and he just jumps over the fence. And the second he is beyond the fence, he's kind of like you can see him standing, sort of like it's as imagine that you jump the fence and like you're half invisible in the fog. That you can see his silhouette in the fog. Peter, you jump the fence and you see the fog in front of you. You can see the ground that you were standing on. What are you going to do? Are you bolting? Are you just like?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes. So
I mean, he's trying to compose himself because he's free. He's free.
So let me describe something then. I'll just to keep this short and sweet. You hear Peter screaming as he runs into the fog and disappears in the fog. And then a moment later, I'll come back to you actually. Before I come back to you, Peter, you run into the fog, and just as you walk through a little bit of the fog, you jump this fence and you started walking. And as you start to move in, like further away from the fence, the fog starts to dissipate, and you find yourself in this like what looks like an old garden. Now you remember this was a road, but this is an overgrown. You're now standing like in a path in an overgrown garden, and up ahead you can see sort of a dilapidated, almost fallen over gazebo. And just beside that gazebo, you can sort of make out these 2 crosses.
Oh joy. Oh joy. He starts to walk towards them. And then there's that little voice in the back of the head that says, "You need to run now." Yeah, that's the common sense voice. And so he slowly starts to backpedal away from the crosses. It's just the common sense part of him is just saying, no, go back to the others.
What does the out loud part of you say?
Screams. Like
yeah, suddenly, child. Rosemary, you can hear screams coming from the back of the house.
Yeah, this isn't right. Somebody help me. I made a mistake.
So can I help?
It sounds like Peter, and it's coming from behind the house.
And I just ran out to the front step to chase him. So all I can hear, I couldn't see him hop the fence, right? But
you saw him hop the fence, and you saw him run screaming into the dense fog.
Yeah.
And as soon as he was no longer visible, you could no longer hear him, but you could start hearing him. You could start hearing a sound coming from behind you. And then all of a sudden you could hear him go, "No, no." And you can tell that it's Peter from the distance. Like he's far back, but it's coming from behind you all of a sudden.
Okay. I'm gonna, I've got on me, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm wearing a rosary. Yeah, I am. So I'm going to take the rosary out of my purse because you wouldn't wear that.
No.
And I'm going to just start counting them off. And as I do that, I'm just going to walk towards what I feel like is the sound of Peter's voice. Okay. So as I go through and do each set of Hail Marys, after each line, I'm going to call out his name. So I'm going to go, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee." Peter, give him a second to yell back. And then, "Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the womb of thy Peter," and that'll help me get around to him.
Peter, give me a notice roll just to like see if you can start to come to grips with the fact that the sound of Rosemary is coming from in front of you.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Take all the seconds you need.
Oh, thank you so much. So I'll be back in 5.
All right, we'll see you. Everybody take a bio break.
No, shush.
29 minutes.
So I rolled my notes. I got a 5.
Okay, so after a few of these Peters, you can clearly hear that Rosemary, who you just ran away from, is in front of you. Are you moving forward, or are you moving back to the fence?
Oh, yeah. Can I see the house?
You can now sort of like up ahead because it's dark out still, right? Like it's nighttime and it's still foggy, even though you're in the boundaries of the, you can see where the gazebo is, and you do see a house up ahead, and it does look like the house. Did you?
I'm not next to the house earlier.
You recognize those 2 crosses that you see in front of you. Those 2 crosses. You're walking through this sort of garden area and you see a bunch of junk and a dilapidated gazebo, and you start to realize you're behind the house somehow. Like you jumped the fence in front of the house, and somehow
now behind the house.
Maybe you ran around in a circle or something.
It's my ex-wife. She's coming to get me. But I can hear Rosemary.
You can hear Rosemary clearly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll walk towards the house.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep a safe distance away from what I think is safe, from the crosses.
Right. Which you recognize now are the ones that are labeled Mary and Elizabeth.
Oh, he has that absolute, just absolute look of confusion. And he's walking towards the front of the house.
Okay.
So I just want to mention I also have a flashlight.
Okay.
So he might see me.
So you can see as she comes around the side of the house calling your name.
Peter.
Do you have a flashlight or do you have your candles that you were
according to my character sheet, I have a flashlight. That's
yes. But I do recall last game you were very adamant that you had these prayer candles as well. So I wasn't sure if you had decided that flashlights are for Philistines or something.
Nope, but we burned those in the house.
We did.
So, I just called it. I just realized I probably at that point would, because I haven't found him yet, I would reach for my flashlight and go like, oh yeah, right, so, my flashlight. I'm so
as she comes around the side of the house, you do see the flashlight. So you two can meet up.
Nice. Yeah.
So you guys meet up at the side of the house.
So there's my husband to be. So I run up to him. I'm going to give him a great big hug because I'm going to try. Well, I don't know. He's obviously I don't know what's going on his head, right? So I'm going to run up to him and be like, Peter, and try and give him a big hug. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I finally found you.
At first, like when you come up, at first, there's the hug and he tenses up.
Yeah.
And then he's got his hands on your shoulders. He's still shaking. And he glances around. He's like, Rosemary? Is that you?
Yeah.
Is that really you?
It is. Are you okay?
What the hell? What the hell's going on? Where's everybody? Let's get back in the house. Let's get back in the house.
Come with me.
Back in the house.
Come on. And then I'll count.
It wasn't my fault. We gotta get back in the house. It doesn't matter. We gotta get back in the house. Let's find
the normal house. Okay, everything's okay. Everything is normal.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Everything's okay. Come with me. Come on. And I'm gonna put my hand out and I'll lead him like he's a recalcitrant 7-year-old with sticky fingers from a lollipop.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Yes, back to the house.
Where it's normal.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so these two come back.
These two lovebirds.
Yeah. Arm in arm.
Is the lovers quarrel over there?
Yeah, it's okay. Peter just needed a snack, didn't you, hon?
Oh yeah, no snack. Yeah.
Chewing tobacco, whatever. Man.
Something
Give me
like something a little bit more stronger than that, and it's clear on his whole body language, everything. Yeah. Oh, he's a mess. He's just an absolute mess.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna just start walking around. I want to go to some of these other rooms.
Okay, which room do you want to head into next?
Let's see. I believe I'm standing there between the study and the drawing room.
Yeah, and the study is where you found the animal bones in the fireplace, and then you found the roll top desk.
Found the gun in the roll top desk.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going. Can I move?
Can you not move yourself?
Hold on. Oh, somebody else just moved me.
I just moved you to see if you were movable, but you should be able to. Move
I cannot.
Awesome.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm clicking the damn presentation.
That happens.
There we go.
Yes.
I'm going in the dining room. I'm going to check this out.
Okay. So the dining room. So we've seen the study, the grounds, the dining room, the drawing room. So the dining room. A long dining table takes up most of the space in this once elegant room. A tattered tablecloth still drapes across it, held in place by a candelabra. There are no candles in it, A heavy china cabinet at one end of the room holds rows and rows of dusty but ornate dishes. There is a fireplace in this room as well, and there are 3. Nope, sorry, that was the drawing room. I apologize. We already found those frames with the pictures in it. Ignore what I just said.
Will do.
So you are in this room.
Okay, so there's pretty much just a china cabinet and a table.
Yeah, and you'll notice that also at the table, though it is dusty and covered in a cloth, you kind of turn around and look at like the china cabinet for a moment, and for just a moment you get the smell of like a roast, like beef meal, and like rosemary potatoes. No relation to Rosemary Farrow.
Not an Irish joke at all.
Not an Irish joke at all. Like yeah, and you can sort of smell, and you for just a quick second hear the sound of dishes clinking behind you on the table.
Okay, that's not creepy.
Do you turn and look, I assume, as you hear the sound?
Yeah.
There are.
You want a nose roll or something?
No. It's plain as the nose on your face that there is a sumptuous meal for 3 set at the table. Large plates at the end of the table and a smaller plate in the middle of the table. And they look to have a delicious roast beef meal with like green beans and rosemary farro potatoes, as they say.
Nice.
Rosemary -Shrek. Anyway,
I told you potential.
It smells amazing.
I'm worrying this guy.
Hey, I'm gonna actually walk over to the table then and see.
Yeah,
maybe you can pick up a fork and give it a bite.
Yeah, you walk over to the table. Like I said, there's one of the 2 larger plates are set here and here, and then the third plate has the littler plate is here, and it looks like there's a slab of gravy covered roast beef and vegetables.
Yeah, I want to walk over and smells pretty good.
You cannot be that hungry.
So you're gonna sit down at one of the seats, or
don't underestimate the starving investigator.
Hey, you don't turn down scrumptious gravy-covered roast beef, even in a haunted house.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to the kids' plate. I'm going to go to one of the adult ones.
Yeah, so you sit at one of the heads of the table, and there's a knife and a fork and a meal in front of you, and you again, the smells are fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. So you tuck in. You start cutting a piece of beef off of one of the plates, and you put it in your mouth, and it falls apart like warm gravy, delicious. Like Everett, why don't you describe this delicious gravy? What flavors hit his mouth?
Well, actually, you can sense an undertone, with the primary flavor being the beef, but an undertone of red wine and sage, and just, plus you got the seasonings from the beef, which also rosemary, and, because apparently that's the only fresh herb that they've got in this house. All
right, so there you go. You take a bite of this delicious food, and it's quite good. It's quite good.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah. Do you say anything or do anything, or just continue to eat? Should we cut back to you, or?
Yeah. Hey, I found me a free meal. I'm going to keep eating.
There you go. Excellent. How about the rest of you?
Father, you gotta help us. You gotta help us. And he actually pushes Rosemary away from him. You gotta help me. You don't understand. You don't understand. You're a priest. You should know about these things. You gotta help. You gotta help us. We're in danger here.
I do understand, Has anybody seen The Investigator? I'm concerned. But
Brett grabs him and pulls him close.
I call out from the dining room. Hey, there's some free meal in here.
Oh, that does not work.
What? What? No, she was outside. She's trying to kill us. She's here. She's trying to kill us. And it was with that, like when he hears the words come out of his mouth, he lets the priest go, glances around, he straightens up his tie, brushes himself off. I think you're right. Let's go find a private detective. Let's go see what's going on. Maybe there is somebody in this house. Can we smell this food?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna think, is it like, what's it smell like in there?
No. If anything, you can just smell the moldy mustiness of this house.
I grab onto the doctor's arm. Listen, doctor, I have just a really quick question for you. Why is this house so important? And I mean it. You know, you've been honest with us, and we've been very honest with you. You have to tell me the truth on this. Why is this house so important to you?
Yeah. Again, Dr. Peter Schreck looks at the priest, looks down at his arm, looks back at the priest, just shoves the hand off his arm, turns around, holds his hand out to his fiance. Let's go find a private detective, hon. We stick together, and we're gonna be fine. We're gonna figure this all out.
Cold.
You like all this paranormal stuff. Why don't you tell us what you think's going on here?
All right, so I'm gonna put my hands on both of them, like we're in a football huddle, and lean, like motion that they should get close, like because we're gonna whisper, like we're gonna be quiet. We don't want the house to listen, so I'm gonna get in, and I'm gonna be like, okay, in a really stagey whisper. I'll be like, I'm pretty sure that the family that used to live in this house is what we're dealing with. When I did my reading, I found out about a whole bunch of stuff that happened here that was just tragic. So I think as long as we don't disturb them, maybe they're just not at peace, and they may not be dangerous. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe they're just scary. I don't think we should assume that they're trying to hurt us. I really don't get the feeling that they want to hurt us. I think they just want us to know that they're in pain.
All right, priest, you're here. Now the ball's in your court. It's the priest stuff. What do we got to do?
Well, it's very simple. First of all, when I ask you a question, I need an answer. That's what it boils down to, kind doctor, that when I need information in order to handle this situation and do, as you call it, priest stuff, I need your answers. Okay? So, once again, why is this ever-loving house so bloody important to you?
Father.
And I've just given you a 5th penny.
Heck yes. Well done. Heck yes.
Closest I've heard a priest come to calling someone bitch and like.
Nice.
I hate
That
to,
was my first swear.
I know that I don't care much for PvP stuff, but like, why don't you give me a social roll at a +2 just to see how well this came across? It could be intimidation, it could be persuasion. It's up to you. I feel like could go either way. To be honest, I was scared.
You know what? I'm gonna aim towards intimidation.
All right.
No, don't roll. Don't roll.
Don't roll.
That's not necessary. It's not necessary.
Too good. It was too good. Yeah.
No, yeah, good. Yeah. Peter recoils. Like he pulls back, you know, and like the priest is leaning in towards him, you know.
And he's taller than you by
yeah.
Like
easily
half a foot. Yeah.
And Peter's hands come up like in defensive pot. Like he thinks the priest is going to slug him out, like right here. So he puts his hands up and he glances around. He glances to his fiance, like in help me. And there's no help there.
No.
And exactly. So he looks back and shakes his head. And I just wanted to give something. Just wanted to give him something good. to my fiance. I wanted something just to be to fix and to make and a brand new start from my loss. And this is what it was for her. It's all for her.
Yeah, but dude, I'd say,
and the price was right. It was dirt cheap. It was easy to pick up.
I imagine it was.
What was it, like $500 for you or something? Look around you. Look around you. This place is falling apart. If she sneezes, a window's gonna fall out. Okay? You could have done a lot better for her. And I look at her as if to say, you know, really, this is the best you've got. And I look at, I address Rosemary. I am really sorry if this is something nice for you. Something tells me there's an ulterior motive. And I look over the doctor, kind doctor. So let's just get this out of the way, shall we?
After the tragic death of my wife, Father, I lost everything. I can't operate anymore. They put me on administrative leave. They put me behind a desk. I haven't seen an operating room in the last couple of years. That's new. Because he definitely told Rosemary that he's a successful surgeon, which is true. Neglected to mention that he hasn't operated at all in the last couple of years.
Surprise.
When I met her, I knew. I knew. And the house, it was there. And yeah, it was a steal. I couldn't believe it. For the size of the house, for the price that they wanted for it, but I was still know I'm making enough money that I could bring people in to fix it up. And she loves history. She loves all that. That's what this house is. That's what the house means to me. It's a fresh start from everything. Turns to Rosemary, and again, just he's got her by the shoulders. He's trying to do in his head. He's doing like a reassuring arm caress, like this is not good. But in reality, he's just like And finally, he stops.
Girls love that.
Yeah,
he stops. He's holding her a little too hard. And he's looking at her. He's getting that maniacal look in his face, like what he had outside when he was just lost. And she should have just stayed in the car. If she just would have stayed in the car, she would have been fine. She just would have been absolutely fine. But she didn't stay in the car. And then the truck, he backs off. He lets her go. He glances off and just zones out for a hot second. And he's just staring off. And then the truck hit her. He turns back to the priest. I want to give her the future that I could never give my other wife. Because she deserves it. I deserve it. I do. It wasn't my fault. Please help us.
I put an assuring hand on the doctor's shoulder. Thank you. It's okay. All right. Just do what I ask you to do.
Anything, Father. Anything.
We will get to the bottom of this. Okay. So, do you know if your family has had any connections with the people that owned this house previously?
Not a clue, Father. Like I said, I saw the size of the house. I saw some pictures of it. I saw it was in the historic district. I thought of Rosemary right away. And I bought the house.
Okay, that's
my wedding gift to her.
Very good. Very good. It's okay. Now, if you need to go sit down, that's fine. We understand. Rosemary?
Yes, Father?
Let's make this happen. We need to cleanse this place. Something crazy.
All right, Father. I found some It's raining. It's raining outside right now, right? There's
no,
like a maybe.
It's just
Okay,
heavy fog, like lots of fog.
Is there a puddle outside?
Yes. In the backyard where you found your fiance, there's definitely some stagnant water out there.
Father, I'm gonna go and get some water. Can you turn it into holy water? If you can do that, I have an idea for what we could maybe do.
Absolutely, I'm prepared to do so.
Okay, I'm gonna in my purse as a woman in the 60s, I'll have like a little bottle of perfume with me, most likely. So I'm gonna dump that out as I run outside, and I'll fill that up with the first source of water that I can find, just to get water.
The smell of perfume just permeates this room now.
I'll dump it outside. I'll dump it outside.
I'm kidding. Yes, fine. So you run around and you fill it with
fill it up with the water.
Muddy the source of water, the near pond that is.
If it's been abandoned for 100 years, it doesn't have running water anymore. So
run out. It didn't. Yeah, perfect. Meanwhile, in the dining room, you're just about finished the first plate of food. And you're looking across the table at the second one. It's still steamed, the heat from this, and it was delicious.
Yeah, I look around and go, well, if ain't nobody else gonna eat it.
Yeah. So
was he really eating? That's what I'm wearing.
So you head around to the other end of the table.
Head around the other side of the thing. I'm also still kind of just looking around the room to see if there's anything else.
Yeah, just like I said, all you can really see in this room, there's a big tall, like sort of buffet hutch sort of situation with the rows of plates and dishes in the glass front case.
Before I sit down, then I'm going to walk over and just actually open that cabinet, and kind of look in there.
Yeah, give me a notice roll. And I just wanted him to roll something. I could probably tell him for free. Yeah, nice. It looks to be very old, very fine china. Like, again, it's old and it's dusty, but it seems to be in perfect shape. Other than 3 plates that are missing right now, which are on the table. What about you guys? Are you guys heading? You guys have the holy water? Are you guys doing something, or is anyone going in to check on?
So I'll run back out and give the priest my little bottle of water, so he can do some Catholic magic with it.
So I take the water from Rosemary. Thank you so much. And I close my eyes. Lord God Almighty, creator of all life, of body and soul, we ask you to bless this water as we use it in faith. Forgive our sins and save us from all illness and the power of evil. Amen.
Amen.
Boom. All of a sudden, muddy holy water.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. So you guys have holy water.
Mm-hmm. All right. I am going to, so I'm going to say to the priest, I'm going to say to our father, I am positive that I have read that in any house where a child has died unbaptized, a haunting may occur. And I think that might be what we're dealing with.
That's very positive and would explain a lot.
If we could find that baby or what's left of that baby and baptize it, we could probably calm these ghosts down.
Well, if the baby's not buried very deep from where the marker is outside, I'm sure that's very possible we could do this.
That's what I think that's my suggestion anyway. That's my best bet.
All right. Well, you take
we should go get the priest, the private detective. We should get the private detective. He could dig the hole faster for all of us.
Yeah, he looks like he knows about digging holes.
Yeah, see?
Isn't that where you found him? Digging holes? Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in the dining room, so you've had a look. Are you going to take any of it? Or are you planning to sit down and finish your meal? Or
I'm done with the meal and stuff. I'm going to walk.
So I will just jump in. you turn back from the you looked up at this chest of like this sort of cabinet here of the dishes, and as you turn back towards the table to head towards the door, unless you're planning on going to the kitchen from here.
I was going to go back to the drawing room and just see what everybody else is doing.
As you turn back, you notice that on the table is yeah, I know you're making that face. Is actually a decomposing dog that's been chopped up and put on the 3 plates. Except for one plate. One plate is completely empty. Give me a fear check. Meanwhile, you guys come in shortly after this fear check. So I'm going to have, I guess, who's going in to get him?
Got a 5.
You got a 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
And give me a vigor check, just for the sake of the fact that you may have just eaten some rotten dog.
Give you what?
Vigor.
Roll. Stop opening.
Oh, awesome.
Perfect.
Roll
There's
ever.
yes. No, what'd you roll? What'd you roll, Greg?
Oh yeah, we've got to hear this. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a good old botch.
You full on crit fail.
So what exactly is the crit fail?
In Savage Worlds.
That means I'm about to go Ralph.
Oh yes.
Double ones, kids.
Yeah. First of all, you are going to Ralph, but you're also going to take a point of fatigue for that. I apologize, but that's what's going to happen. Crit fail is a crit fail.
That's what happens with botulism.
As you botch.
I like that. That's what you did there.
Listen. On top of that, I'm going to make a quick roll here myself. I'm going to spend a penny on that because that's what these are for, I think. Oh, remember which one's the roll 20 and which one is the... Okay, and I will re-roll this. Okay, come on. Re-roll. That's a success. So as you turn away to throw up onto the table, who's coming in the room?
Oh, I will.
Was it you? You've gone to get the detective?
Yeah.
So as you enter the room, you see him throw up on the table, and then a second later, the entire china cabinet starts to fall down towards him. This isn't a thrown plate. This is an entire china cabinet collapsing on your back. So I am going to roll, I don't know, 3d6. Is that fair damage? I think 3d6 for this. Yeah. Why not? Right? Is that too much? Am I going to kill him right now? Chuck, what do you think?
I think it's fantastic.
You think a china cabinet at 3d6? All right, let's do it. I'll turn on this exploding.
Somebody's got to die.
We still have the priest. He can dig the hole.
7 damage. You think I should re-roll it? You think I should spend a penny? Okay. Nope. Okay. Just one. And it leaves me with only 2 pennies left, guys. Like, unless I draw a joker at some point. I feel so rotten. Sorry, Greg. It is a horror game. I mean, come on. And there we go.
It's a GM's job.
What's your toughness? What's your toughness?
My toughness is 5.
5. So 5. So I hit you with 2 raises. Would you like to soak that damage? You're going to take 2 wounds if you don't.
Yeah, just spend the penny or...
Yeah, spend the penny and then roll your vigor to soak this damage. So for those of you listening at home, in Savage Worlds, success is 4 raises 4 above the target number. So if his toughness is 5, I hit with an additional 8, which is 2 raises, which means 2 wounds. So you rolled a 3 the first time. Do you want to spend another penny and take that 4 and soak one of the wounds? Or do you want to roll again?
Yeah, because fatigue's got me down -1.
It sure does. You know what 2 wounds would put you down?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll spend the penny, take 4.
No, I'll let you re-roll that one because to me that 4 was an accident anyway. So if you want to keep the 4, you can keep the 4, or you can spend a penny and roll and see if you can get a raise. There you go. See,
Yeah, that's why we spend pennies. That's
so.
Right.
Narratively speaking, this thing started to fall, and we'll say that the father saw it happen and maybe said something, and you were able to like duck under the table. Shattered glass is like this china shatters the whole.
So did I soak both the rolls?
Yeah, you did. You did. You got a 10 there. So you soaked the wounds and you didn't take any. You're not shaken either because of that. So that was a lucky roll. But you're still fatigued, which is not fun. So Father, you just walked in on this china cabinet about to crash into his back while he was throwing up on what looks like the remains of a dead dog.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you can smell more than just the mold in this house.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh
Boy. I all startled, and so what is he, under the table at this point?
Yeah, he kind of ducked. He was able to duck under the table.
Okay. My goodness, detective, are you okay? Oh, what did you do in here? Dear God, what's that smell? Let me help you up. Come on into the drawing room. Dear God, is that dead dog, like totally rotten dog? What the?
Yep.
Good God, what did you think you were? I don't even want to know. Just come on into the drawing room, Stinky.
He just rinses his mouth out with whiskey.
Pretty much, I pull out my flask.
Yeah, spitting out little chunks of hair. Anyway.
Oh my God, what happened to you?
You guys would have heard that crashing sound, of course.
Oh yeah.
Apparently that china cabinet I was looking at wasn't as solid as it looked.
You broke the china?
It wasn't me. It fell over on me.
What were you doing in there in the first place?
I was checking it out.
I'm taking this out of your pay.
Yeah, I might as well leave right now.
So, hey, no, hold on a second. We got something out back that needs to be done first, because these two have got an ingenious plan, and it's going to fix the whole house. All it requires is us to go out the back and dig up a baby.
Are you sure it's actually out there?
We'll put it back when we're done, but we have to dig the baby up and then say some words to it and then put some water on it, and then we can put it back, and then everything will be okay. But for now, the baby has to come out of the ground and into our arms.
Are you sure it's even in there?
No. But
because I mean, looking at some of these fireplaces, there's been like bones and stuff in those.
Like baby size?
I don't know. The ones I saw earlier in the study look like animal.
Hey, I think there's a shortcut right through there, down that dark hallway. It's gonna be great. Let's go over there. You got a flashlight and a bunch of those creepy candles. I mean, great candles. Let's go. Let's go do this.
Okay. All right. I'll turn the flashlight on, and we'll start to, get a sense of where we are, and then maybe start walking.
Cobwebs hang in this cramped and dusty old kitchen. Dusty old ceramic containers and rusty pans litter the floor, among the broken shards of dozens of plates. Along with broken shards of dozens of plates, there's a door to the side porch along the wall, along with a door to the pantry filled with more old dusty containers on the shelves, and a door on the opposite wall that leads to, you can see like a doorway that leads into darkness that seems to be a staircase that goes down from where you are. So you guys are in the kitchen. In the corner by the porch, the floor is warped and the ceiling is stained with dark reddish water. And the molding is broken and crumbling on the floor, just so you know. Give me a notice roll. Okay. You got a 6. Father got a
6. Yeah.
6.
I was
and
excited there for a second.
I get it.
Oh, Mr. Perkins got the 13 and the 10. I thought that was, so that was your first. Yeah.
That was my second one, actually.
That was your second one, yeah. So Miss Farrow rolled 3 times, but the first one was a 4, which is a success.
Sorry.
That's okay. I got 3 successes. And sorry, did you roll notice? No. Peter didn't roll notice.
No, he's not really paying attention. He's just looking frantically all around for his dead ex-wife that he's convinced is there to kill him.
Of course. So it's a good thing you're not paying attention, because everybody else notices that you're about to where you're headed towards the back porch is where the floorboards are a bit warped, and the ceiling above you looks like it's pretty well stained. The stain is years of water and rust damage coming from the room above this one, and all of a sudden, you notice something it's all dried up, right? Like the water damage is very old, but suddenly you hear the sounds of water above you, and then you hear this.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Why won't you just leave me alone?
Yep. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Give me the rolls.
Yep. Hold on.
Fear check.
Yeah, just a regular old fear check for that one.
Oh. Oh.
Yep. So what did you get with your reactions out loud, everybody?
So I did the fear check, which is a spirit roll.
Yes.
Dr. Peter Schreck is absolutely unfazed by this. If anything, he's belligerently and using words I can't use for this recording, telling the spirit to go off and up itself.
Yeah.
Because get out of my house. This is my house, because I rolled a 16.
Yes, you did. And who else rolled this? Miss Farrow, you rolled
a 4.
A 4, which is a success.
I got a 10, but I've also got a +2 for brave.
And that's with the 1 fatigue. So you actually rolled a 13, but you're tired because of all the puking. And Father Price.
I rolled a 3, but then I just threw Benny on the table.
Perfect.
Nice.
And then I rolled a 6.
So you also managed to keep it together this time. You all hear this, and you hear it coming from above you, and the sound of water sloshing. But there's no water. This is all dry.
Adorable.
So,
yeah.
Anything else?
Sure about this kid thing? Maybe we ought to go upstairs and see what's going on.
I don't see why we can't do both. So why don't I go out and dig up the baby head? You guys take care of what's upstairs. I'm not scared of what's outside. Whatever's haunting this house is haunting the house. And if it wants to be freed, then it won't be bad that I'm trying to do what I'm doing, if that makes sense. And I'll have the holy water to protect me anyways.
You know what? You know what? That's an excellent idea. And as the real men of this group, the private detective and I will go upstairs. You go with my fiance that I love very much, and you protect her with the power of God.
I look at him. Okay. I'm thinking to myself, what a douche.
I'm just going to turn to the doctor and I go, well, come on, real man. Let's go look.
All right. So you guys split up. The father and Miss Farrow head to the backyard where the crosses were. Meanwhile, you guys are heading back to the foyer to go up the stairs. Why don't we start with the people outside while you guys head back through the house?
Move your characters outside.
Stop. Yeah, you don't need to. I mean, there's no outside. It's literally off the map at that point. So you two head out the back porch and you go around to where the crosses are, and as you step outside, you see that there's one cross.
Is it littler than the other crosses?
There's just one cross.
So it is.
We went from
and it is little.
We went from seeing 2 to now just seeing 1.
And it's a little cross and it says Mary.
I think this might be the place.
Astute. Yes, let's
Grad student.
Cross marks the spot.
Let's carefully start digging, and if you
So you approach where the little cross is, and you find that now you were out here before, Father, and you were out here not that long ago too, but you might not have had as close a look.
Mm.
There was 2 crosses.
there was.
And this one wasn't already dug up. But now that's changed.
So one is missing and the other one is dug up?
The other one isn't there at all. Like there was no grave that said Elizabeth. And this other one looks pretty fresh. In fact, it looks like the cross has been recently made within the last few years, not the last 100 years. And the ground itself has been dug up.
This house is playing with our minds. I know for a fact there were 2 crosses out here, one for the mother, one for the baby.
So, meanwhile, in the foyer of the house, you guys head towards the stairs. And once you reach the foyer, you suddenly hear the sound from the top of the stairs. And as you see coming around from the top of the stairs down to the floor, a little red rubber ball is bouncing down the stairs. And suddenly you look at the stairs and you hear from above you the sound of creaking. Some strange sort of like a rope that's been pulled taut. And the chandelier above you kind of starts to move just slightly. And then you hear,
William! What have you done? No! William! Elizabeth!
and you look up and you can see the chandelier just gently rocking above you as the ball hits the ground and hits. Who's closest to the stairs?
That's me.
It hits your foot and just stops rolling.
Okay. I'm gonna just pick it up and examine it.
But yes, I would love for there to be a fear check there from you, Mr. Brave.
Oh yeah, Dr. Peter Shrek.
Oh, I see yours. You're good.
Yeah,
You're barely keeping it together. Barely keeping it together.
The ball, and he grabs the private detective. You know, gets up on his tiptoes because the private detective is significantly taller than Dr. Peter Shrek, and hisses, "There's someone in the house."
4 plus 2, so 6.
You got a 6. You're fine. You both managed. You're starting to get used to this for some reason.
Yep.
What did you say? Sorry, Dr. Shrek?
Yeah, he's up close. He's pulling on the private detective, and he hisses in his ear, "I told you there's someone in the house."
I'm gonna take that rubber ball and I'm just gonna like throw it, like bounce it back up the stairs or whatever.
Yeah. So again, it's a spiral sort of round staircase, so you can kind of
I kind of aim for the corner and try to bounce it back up the stairs.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have this one. It bounces up the stairs and you can hear it sort of rolling on the hallway above you.
All right.
Okay.
I look at the doctor and I go, "Shall we?"
Doctor nods, and it's clear that he's not sure about this at all. In fact, he's looking back like his fiance is supposed to be there. And then when he realizes that she really is gone, he nods at the private detective and motions for him to lead the way.
The ball rolls down the stairs.
All right. Well, let's go see who's rolling the ball.
You got a gun?
What's that?
You got a gun?
Yeah.
There's someone else in the house with us.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I should go check on Rosemary and the priest to make sure that they're okay.
Hey, the priest is with her. Let's go. The sooner we get this done, the sooner we get out of here. And you get your house.
Okay.
Man it up.
All right. So you guys head up the stairs?
Yes, okay.
You're going. Let's go. A matter of fact, just so the doctor doesn't sneak off, I actually push him in front of me and start pushing him up the stairs.
Nice. Can I move you?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Move us where you need us.
So you guys are up at the top of the stairs now.
That's awesome.
And give me a notice roll, Dr. Shrek, as you reach the top of the stairs slightly before.
You want just him or me too?
You're behind him, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're pushing him up the stairs. So at the very top of the stairs.
Okay.
You.
Dr. Peter Shrek rolled a 4 for notice.
Yeah. So just at the middle of the dark, dusty hallway ahead of you, you shine your light. And you see, there it is.
Oh, dear God.
I'm sorry, what? Elf?
Yeah, why don't you pick that up for the audience there, Mr.
Yeah, oh, my. Okay.
Click on, yeah, make it big. It's nasty.
Are you effing kidding?
It is in the hallway.
No, that's exactly what Dr. Peter Shrek just said.
Yep.
And now there's a new bout of urine that he has to contend with.
Meanwhile, Rosemary, you find the ambrosia spoon right where you left it.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yep. I knew this was eventually going to get somewhere. Do you head around to the back of the house, or do you respond to the sudden ear-piercing screech from the top of the stairs?
Oh, it's loud, too. Oh, it's loud. Yeah.
And in fact, why don't you give me a roll, Peter Shrek, with -2 for that? And I think eventually you'll get one too there, Greg, because of the you being right behind him.
Probably because he scared the shit out of me.
Oh, God, dude, he has just turned around and started hugging you like a spider monkey.
Yeah, he's like, get out of my way. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Oh,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's see what happens. Give me a 20-sided die here. So what did you get? You said I'll take it, but what is
I rolled a 3 for my fear check, which is a failure.
Yeah,
and heck yeah. We're doing this. And then I rolled a 9 on the chart.
A 9, so 9 plus 2 is a 11. So it says you are shaken out of combat. You gain a level of fatigue. Yeah, you're not turning around and running down the stairs. You're standing at the top of the stairs, and you're
yeah.
And you let out a scream, because obviously I want Rosemary to hear that.
Oh yeah. And once the scream is gone, and where he should be actually fainting from lack of oxygen, his eyes again are huge, jaws just shaking, and yes.
And I think even the priest would have heard that one. Meanwhile, Mr. Perkins, I think you're going to get to see this. Let's show it again, shall we? Show the players. Big it up. Let everybody see this monstrosity that Midjourney has brought before us.
Yep.
Oh, it's like its skin isn't even really attached. It has human eyes. That's what's scary.
Yeah, that's the creepy part. I think
that's really creepy.
It's looking back at you.
Yeah. Mr. Perkins, give me your fear check at a -2 on this.
So it'll be normal.
Yep.
Come on.
You rolled I
got a 3.
All right. Do you want to keep it, or do you want to re-roll it? Ooh, you're running low on them bennies, aren't you?
Yeah, I've already used that. Well, we'll just take it.
I was going to say I'll give you a Benny if you keep it.
Yep.
All right. Take a Benny for me. I think you can draw them. I'm not sure, but if you can't, let me know. So, and then give me a roll, D20.
Come on. Draw. Where's that at now? There it is. Come on. There's that.
There you got your Benny. Perfect.
And you need a D20.
Yes, please.
It says I get a -2 on the fear table.
So a +2 on the fear table, yeah.
Oh, so it's +2 for fear checks, -2 on the fear table.
That's what Brave does.
Oh, right. So then you're even Steven on the fear table then, because it was you get -2 to the because it's scariest AF. So you rolled a 4. Look at you. So you're distracted.
I will come, but go see what's going on. It's okay.
Okay,
Go and
fine.
see what's going on. Come back if everything's fine. But it sounds like they might need you. I'll be fine.
Absolutely.
I've got my little thing. I'm fine.
Deal cards to turn order. Oh, hello. Give yourselves a Benny.
What's that?
So Father Price,
Oh,
you got
nice.
a red Joker.
Nice.
Let me just adjust the order here. Alphabetically card suit. There we go. Perfectly done. Would anyone like to spend a Benny to get a new card, or does this work for you guys?
I'm distracted. I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. So do you want to draw your own? Yeah, looks like some of you are drawing your own. So those of you in combat will get a Benny.
Oh, we get a Benny for being in combat?
Yes, yep.
Because he got a Joker, so you're going to get another.
Oh, that's
Benny.
right. Okay.
So in Savage Worlds, when you draw a Joker, you and all your allied companions. In fact, Rosemary, take yourself a Benny too, because even though you're not in the combat, you're part of the team. So you get a Benny, and Father, you can act whenever you want. Otherwise, the corpse dog is going to act. And really, unfortunately, what a lousy turn to get a Joker on. All you're going to be able to do is run to the bottom of the stairs from where you are. It's going to take you at least another round to get up the stairs. Okay.
Yeah, there you are.
Next to go would be I think its name is Corpse Dog. For some unknown
Dog,
reason.
oh my god. Hey, it's what the private guy was eating downstairs.
Yeah.
Aw.
Seems to be a theme. Corpse Dog is going to come towards you, and Corpse Dog is going to. I should open up Corpse Dog's.
Cordy, no.
Yeah, and poor Cordy.
Down, Cordy. Down.
Okay, I will assume that he's going to roll an attack, so I will do that. And I rolled a 9. What is your parry, Dr. Shrek?
My parry.
And remember, you were shaken at the beginning of this round.
Oh, that's awesome.
'Cause
My parry's whopping 4.
4. So I got a success with a raise, so I'm going to get to roll bonus damage.
Oh, God.
There you go. What luck. What a joyous occasion for all. Corpse Dog, roll damage. 8 plus 3 is 13 damage. What's your toughness?
That's 9.
Oh, my God.
Was there a +2 in there?
5.
What did I say?
You-
11. Sorry, I meant to say 11.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, 5.
Your toughness is 5. I rolled an
5.
11, so that's a success with a raise. So he's going to do a wound unless you want to try to soak it.
What do I got? I got 4 bennies. I got 4 bennies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do this.
Okay.
We're gonna do this. Let's take one of these awesome keys. Let's just drop that
Toss
right
it
there.
right there in William's bedroom.
Right there. And then okay, let's go over to
Your
Burke. Go Burke. Character sheet.
Character
That's
sheet.
it. Character sheet. Learn how to use Roll20.
Yes.
All right. Where is there? We go. Soak.
Soak is, I think it's over. Yep. There you go.
Out of 5.
5. So you soak the wound. So
Okay,
it
awesome.
basically it bites at you. It comes like lumbering down the hallway, and it just stinks. It stinks of rot and wet dog. And it bites at your arm, but it grabs your jacket sleeve, and you wrestle it off. So that's its turn. Mr. Perkins,
Nice.
you are distracted, which means anything you do this round is at a -2. But at the end of this round, you are no longer distracted. Would you like to do anything this round?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull my gun out.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
You didn't have it out when the ball was rolling down the stairs. I feel like the doctor told you to, but that's okay. It costs nothing
He
to
asked
pull
me
your
if
gun
I
out.
had a gun.
Right. So it's okay. It's free action to pull out your gun.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna take a shot at the dog.
Okay. The situation being that the doctor is standing in front of you, the dog is biting his arm, so you're going to be shooting into melee, which is fine. Just don't crit fail.
Okay.
Oh
And
god.
also, it's going to be really loud.
I've already heard him scream anyway, so
Yeah, that's true. So why don't you give us? Why don't you roll down to the bottom? I think I put your gun in there as a weapon, attack and damage.
Weapon, attack and damage. That's kick, punch, hit thing. Revolver. Oh yeah.
There you go. As opposed to the first roll, which was shooting.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, no, exactly. That one didn't count at all.
That wasn't good either.
No.
Oh, there we go.
No, it was not good.
Well, that's not it.
No, but he got it. He got it pretty good. Why don't you roll the damage and add the bonus damage to it?
Yeah, but what did he roll? What?
Oh, I don't know. I'm unable to see as
I rolled a 17.
A 17, which is two aces and a 2. Well done, sir. Well done. So let's get that damage. Yep. It's a success with a raise for sure.
Did it do anything?
Did you click roll damage?
I clicked the roll damage button.
Huh. Do you want me to try clicking it? Or is it just going to pop up several times? There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, 7 damage. Do you want to keep that or do you want to re-roll that?
7 damage.
Basically, you just rolled 3d6 and got a 7, like I did when I dropped a chest of dishes on you.
What's his toughness?
I can tell you. I am able to tell you that. It is 5. So you're gonna shake it with this, but you shot it, man. You got a shot with a bonus. I would spend the Benny man. Try to get more than 7 damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is 8:45. You know.
Right. We're going for it.
Do it. Come on, big money.
There's that. We're gonna re-roll.
Oh, blammies.
7 and a 5.
12 damage. That's better.
That's
So
12.
12 damage is a success with a raise. So let me describe this. You came up the stairs behind Dr. Peter. Dr. Peter got his arm bit after screaming and seeing this horrifying creature, which you then were you kept your cool, you pulled your gun out, and from beside Mr. Dr. Shrek, you took a shot and hit this thing directly between the eyes. The 2 weird human eyes. And as the thing just like dissolves, evaporates into nothing, for a split second, you see a child's face. A young boy. And it disappears. Poof. Like smoke.
We both saw that?
Yes, you sure did. And just gently. Now, you guys downstairs, you definitely heard that gunshot.
Well, I'm still outside.
Yeah, but you still heard that gunshot.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, didn't he get upstairs to meet them in time? Are you like, where are you right now? On top, like on the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, he's just made it to the bottom. The priest made it to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
And then heard the gunshot. Okay. And then, yeah. And then from down the hallway, you guys look at as the ethereal energy that was this ghost dog kind of dissipates into the air. You hear just gently the sounds of a woman's voice singing, "Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mom's gonna buy you a mockingbird." And a candle light floats down the hallway and into the first room on your right. and disappears through the door.
The nursery?
Yeah. Well, you don't know that it's the nursery.
But yeah.
Yes, the nursery.
He isn't a detective, and the context aware clues may have tipped him off that it is his job to deduce information.
It's true.
From
He
the
did learn to
environment.
read. Yeah.
Gotta
So
try.
you also notice in this hallway, and I'll describe it for the listeners. You see a long hallway where this strangely horrifying ghost dog, a corpse dog, attacked you, and you see down the hallway. There's a couple of doors on the right. There's a couple of doors on the left, and a door straight ahead of you in the hallway. The door to the right is where the light disappeared, and the door to the left again it's ajar, but you can see darkness inside unless you want to go around the corner. So I'll leave it to you guys. What do you guys want to do? Meanwhile, downstairs, Rosemary, you're outside digging up this already dug up grave. Is that the plan?
Digging a hole. Sad the way you treat. Yeah, I'm looking for that. I'm digging up this baby. I got my spoon. You said that the earth was fairly fresh anyway, so I'm assuming it isn't super hard going.
No. The earth wasn't just fresh. There's a hole where the grave would be. Like as though the grave itself has already been dug up.
Right, but you said the second one was still there with the little cross. That's
No, I'm
the one
saying the first one was not there at all. And the second one looks like it had been recently dug up.
Right. So is there anything there or not?
No, just a grave marker in a hole that you were about to dig deeper in.
There's no grave though, right? It's like there's no coffin that's empty. There's just absolutely nothing.
Yes, actually, as you look down into the hole, there is an empty coffin.
Boom.
Boom.
And look at the coffin, looking for any kind of identifying anything about it, like perhaps the size, or maybe there's a plaque on the front with the name.
Size is about this big.
So for the audience at home, that's about
a little bigger than my shoulders. And for the audience at home, I am I'm more like Don Knotts if he did work out. I'm kidding. I'm nowhere near Don Knotts.
Don Knotts OnlyFans.
I am definitely more Jackie Gleason than Don Knotts. So yes.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that was the baby's coffin, and that someone opened it and took the baby out. So I'm going to use my flashlight to just look around immediately and just see if there are like little tiny baby footprints or any kind of identifying information.
Yes, tiny baby footprints.
Maybe if it's a zombie baby
it could be zombie baby. No tiny baby footprints. And give me a survival roll. Let's see what you can find with your tracking ability.
Oh, sorry, the thing's still up on my screen. It's scaring the crap out of me. Hold on.
So
close the ghost dog. Quick.
What did you want? Agility?
Nope, survival if you've got it. That would be tracking. So survival is the roll. If you don't have survival, I'll give you notice at a -1.
I do not seem to have either tracking or survival.
No, you wouldn't have tracking. Survival would be what you'd use for tracking. And looking for...
I don't seem to have that.
So then you could choose to roll unskilled, or you could roll a notice at a -1, which is probably easier.
Yeah, let's do that. That's 2d4 for unskilled or 1d8 for notice. So let's do notice. And what did I get?
You got I'm seeing a 6, which would be a 5 at the -1, which is still a success.
Okay.
Yeah, in the ground you see small footprints, but not baby footprints, more like small child footprints.
And they're
headed towards the house.
Okay, terrific. All right. I'm going to look around. Okay, so everybody's gone. He's in the house. I'm going to start following the footprints towards the house using my flashlight.
Okay. So you follow the footprints back towards the house, and the muddy footprints lead through the porch, or the back porch, through the kitchen, and they seem to lead you back towards the foyer of the house, towards the stairs.
I'm going to follow that, but as I do that, I'm going to wonder why the footprints are a little bit larger than what I would expect.
You were expecting a baby?
Yes,
you found
or adult-sized footprints. I mean, that's what I was one or the other.
Right.
So
yeah. They are not. They're
Yeah, child size. So it's reminding me a tiny little bit about my own sister.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. It's interesting. It just seems odd, and for some reason, it just jars me for a second. It makes me think of that.
Yeah. Imagine. What do you envision when you're thinking of your sister? What's the thoughts that run through your head?
Well, it's a cold night. Everyone, we're dirty, we're messy, we're outside, and I'm thinking about being in the pond, in the lake, swimming with my sister when we were both little girls, and how my house smelled like earth and springtime and freshness and everything. The opposite of the dirt that I smell right now, but it's still a very heavy, cloddish, earthy smell.
That was the last time your family went to that cabin.
No, we never went back, of course. How could we?
How could you?
And every now and then, sometimes on a night like tonight, if I'm walking through some brush, maybe on the college, if I go out for a late night or something like that, if a little bit of branch or maybe a little bit of weed happens to brush by my bare leg, because it's the 60s and it's legal for women to wear pants, it reminds me just a little bit of being pulled down under the water and losing my sister as I drowned.
That's. Meanwhile, you make it back to the stairs. Yes.
Nice.
It's the clip show episode.
So why don't we put you up here with everyone else? What are you guys doing now that you're at the top of the stairs? Everybody's lined up on the stairwell. Come on, guys, move. I gotta pee.
Dr. Peter Schreck has already done that.
Yes, that's true.
Oh my God.
Your ears are still ringing. Dr. Schreck, your ears are still ringing from the gunshot.
He's up against the wall and he's hunkered down and he's slowly pushing himself up and he's trying to wrap his head around what the hell just happened.
Didn't he get bit too?
Just the sleeve of his jacket.
Oh, it's tore maybe a little bit.
It's tore a little bit, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start proceeding towards the nursery.
Okay.
Which one am I on with this one?
Yeah. Father, you just caught up with them right after. You missed the whole thing, but you heard the gunshot.
Right.
So there's no dead dog body in the hall, right? It's like it got hit and it disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Puff of smoke. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Puff of smoke, but just before you saw what looked like just a quick glimpse of the face, like the face of the dog quickly turned into the face of
the kid. Oh my God. Oh, he's so God.
I'm gonna move to the nursery door there and like shine my light in there.
Okay. Oh no! As soon as he starts to move, the doctors grabbed him like, no. We need to stay together. We need to stay together.
Well, then you better come on.
So go ahead, Everett.
So I get up there and it's like all I smell is gunfire and see nothing. And I look at the kind doctor. What in the world just happened?
And there was the doctor tries to take a couple steps and he drops to his knees and he scrambles over and he grabs the priest and he's like pulling himself up the priest and it was a dog. It was a dog. Father, you got to do something. You got to save us. You got to save us. It was a dog and a kid and I think he tried to kill it. And Father, you got to bless this gun. Yes, that's what you got to do, Father. Yes, that's what you got to do. You got to bless the gun. And he grabs the priest and he's pushing him toward the private eye. Yeah, Private Dick, you're back here. Let the priest touch you and bless your gun.
It's actually
I'm going to shoot you next.
But that's not an actual horrible idea. I really look with all the random stuff. So just out of curiosity, you said this dog okay, obviously it's not here anymore. So when you shot it, did it disappear?
Yeah, it disappeared. It almost went from the dog because the dog looked kind of almost like a kid face, and it went from that to a kid, and it went in here.
Okay, that makes no sense. But okay, sure, gotcha. All right, wrapping my head around that. and I swear to God, this house is giving me a headache.
I'm starting to think this place is haunted.
Wow, who said that? So
Baby.
All right,
I
so you guys are just because it is approaching the witching hour, by which I mean 9 o'clock. You guys are heading into the nursery next, is the plan, or are you guys splitting up, or what's the agenda?
I'll be happy to go into the nursery.
Okay, so
I'm already shining my light in there, and
so in the nursery, you guys can see the small room contains, and you guys, let's just say everybody went in for the sake of the end of this cliffhanger. That's going to be small room, curtains, baby toys, and decorations from the last century. Dusty bassinet slowly breaking down with years. Whimsical wallpaper is molding and peeling on the walls. Perhaps like a circus scene, or like maybe some bunny rabbits painted on the wall. Something about this room gives you the feeling of great sorrow and loss, like you felt earlier in the foyer when you first arrived. Especially to I think Rosemary and Dr. Perkins. For some reason, the two of you have this strong sense. Like Dr. Perkins, you have this memory of the frail man that was your father, as he died and said those words to you, and Rosemary, you just suddenly are thinking of what's your sister's name? Did we establish this, or if not, make it up right now. It's fine.
Jane. Her name is Jane.
Jane. So you suddenly have this memory of your parents looking at Jane's wet, lifeless body at the edge of the pond. You guys have this feeling as you enter this room. Just gently and quietly, you hear just this like sort of really quiet, like you can't tell if it's the wind outside or not, but you hear this woman crying.
What?
And you notice that this room is particularly cold.
here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
Do we go, or do we leave it here to pick? Is this a good place to pick? Like what?
No, I'm going to let you guys just walked into this room. You guys, it got suddenly cold and you can quietly hear a woman's crying, but until there's something that might happen here if you guys do something, but I'm assuming you guys can either leave the room or continue to investigate. I'll leave that up to you.
Oh, I'm the detective's going in. We're checking it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys go into the room and see what I've described.
Yeah. I'm going to walk over to that bassinet first because y'all said you were looking for a baby. So let's.
So you head over to the bassinet and everybody crowds around this bassinet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You lift
like he can't help himself.
Can't
help himself.
You lift the lace and in the bassinet you see what looks like a doll, like wearing doll's clothing.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
It's just like a child's doll, or
yeah, but it's like kind of rolled over on its side, like you can just see the back of it with the it's got a little bonnet, pink bonnet with little red embroidered flowers, and like this sort of like a baby dress that babies used to wear.
All right, I've still got my gun in my hand.
Yeah,
using the flashlight, I'm gonna just kind of like try to roll it over.
Yeah.
No. Let the priest do it. He's blessed by God.
So you go to do that, and I'm assuming you do that, and you roll the doll over. And
like I said, I'm using the flashlight, keeping the light down here in the gun.
Yeah, and
rolling it over.
It rolls over, and it's not a doll. So, and the baby itself is covered in dirt.
Yeah.
and it looks like it's been dead for a week or two, or a few. It would have been dead for about a year.
Looks like we found your kid. You want to do this?
And that's what we're gonna call it.
To find out what happens next time on Savage Sessions, join us next week. Same Savage time, same Savage channel. And until then, from all of us to all of you, go out there, be safe, have fun, and may the dice be with you. Always. Everett, take us home.
This has been a production of Radio Salad Studios. For more information, contact us on Facebook at Radio Salad Studios. Thank you.